you do want this person back or you don't. Like, that's individual for all of you. But I feel like either way, you've sort of accepted this situation that like, okay, well, there's nothing I can do about it. And all I can do is focus on my own spiritual growth, right? My own enlightenment. And maybe some of you have tried to release this person and you're actively trying to release this past connection. Maybe you feel bound to them because this is a strong past life connection or a soulmate or some sort of, maybe you have some sort of a bond to them, like a trauma bond, like that comes up from like childhood. So it could be something like that. But yeah, so I just feel like you have a strong attachment to this person, okay? And I'm kind of getting that like they hurt you, like there was a major heartbreak here. This person, this relationship really caused you a lot of heaviness and pain and made you feel like rejected and abandoned. Maybe it did trigger a lot of your abandonment issues from childhood. So like deep down, you might have that um, playing out in your relationships. And so this is sort of like this is sort of maybe the type of relationships that you attract are people who hurt you and people who abandon you, who leave you, who make you feel confused, who make you feel like you just have to keep waiting on them to change. You have to keep waiting on them for growth, right? Um Maybe a person who doesn't really express themselves, they're just all in their head, the thinking man. So maybe a type of person who's a little bit more stoic and closed off and guarded emotionally and not so much in their feels, but just more like logical. So this kind of reminds me of like the King of Swords vibe, maybe emotionally unavailable. But it's like I feel like with this Three of Cups, this person, this type of person in a way does make you happy, but it's like I don't know if it's lasting. I don't know if it's like lasting happiness, it's maybe just like temporary happiness. And like so this could be somebody that you're attracting that is from your past that you want back in your life that has hurt you and made you feel abandoned and rejected and neglected and alone. And it's like you think that you're done with this person, but like really you're still like your energy's tied to them and you're still in some way, shape, or form trying to like get them back. And if it's not a person from your past, it's an archetype. It's a type of person that has done this to you, right? It's a type of people that do this to you where they hurt you, they abandon you, you feel neglected, all alone, isolated, shunned, right? And like completely ghosted, even like from this person. And this is sort of the energy that you want to reconcile with. This is sort of the energy that you're manifesting. So if this is not something that you are interested in, I feel like this is exactly the point where you have to sort of tune in and see how you can heal this wound, this wound of abandonment, and break this tie from this person because I feel like you are very attracted to these types of people. Like you are attracted and have a lot of sexual desire and passion. Like maybe these sexual relationships do bring a lot of passion and sexual chemistry. So like you genuinely are attracted to these types of people, but there's so many red flags I feel that come up that you ignore, that you don't notice in these people when they show up and they're not, treating you the way that you deserve to be treated. And it's like you need to pay attention to the red flags. I'm feeling like, yeah, there's a lot of passion and chemistry, but don't let that blind you from all of the signs that this person is toxic. And because you do deserve love. And if this person is not showing you that you deserve love and that you are lovable, and maybe you're not even able to receive love, so that could be like a block in your own energy of why you're manifesting this type of person right now. Um, or you want this type of person back, like you want to be like this person hurt you and it's like you still want to be with them. And it's like addressing that for yourself of why would you want to be with a person like that? And it's sort of a reflection of your own level of self worth, and self and love for yourself. So like you deserve love, you are lovable. And it's like, does this person make you feel loved? Does this type of person make you feel loved? And if they don't, then it's like, well, what in you feels like you can't have that love, like you don't deserve, like what in you feels like you deserve this type of treatment? And that's the core issue that you have to address, I think. And we do have release your ex here. So this is, I feel like, an overall releasing of all of your exes who have been emotionally unavailable like this. Um, and just super like closed off and even abusive or manipulative or toxic in some way, that can't make up their mind. Like they can't make a decision, right? They can't make a decision to commit to you, constantly making you wait, like what's going on. And and all you want is like happiness and you just want to celebrate. But um and you keep uniting with these types of people, you keep attracting these types of people, but they don't make you feel good, and it's sort of just releasing all of those, that whole personality, like that type of person who is emotionally unavailable, just completely cutting that out of your life. By knowing that, by, I think it's just like by building yourself back up, right? Like knowing what you're worth, knowing what you deserve, and recognizing the pattern, recognizing that this is a pattern that you have, that you're attracted to these types of people, and they always end up hurting you, and you're always like, well, why do I keep doing this, why do I keep doing this? And it's really like, recognizing that you're not a victim, right? With the Five of Pentacles, if you're not a victim in this situation, you can change the types of people that you attract by changing how you view yourself. And if you have a strong self-respect and you have strong boundaries, and you don't even entertain these types of people because you recognize the red flags, you don't even entertain these types of people when they come into your life. Like, okay, a common red flag is like, you go on a date with someone and they're like, yeah, I don't really want to be in a serious relationship. Hey, I just want to have fun. It's really hard for me to open up. Those are all red flags, like for an emotionally unavailable person or unavailable in some way. Like this person's not going to give you everything that you need. And then you think that you can save them, you think that you can change them, right? Like, oh, with me, they're going to open up, like I can help them. And it's like, they're not. If they have this tendency, this pattern, this is ingrained from childhood as well, for them to be so closed off and not able to open up. So they're emotionally not available, and that's not going to change, for you. Like, I mean, to have that expectation is a lot of responsibility to carry for you, to try to save another person, right? That's a lot of responsibility. And I just feel like you have to really recognize those patterns and sort of break that with the types of people that you allow into your life and the types of people that you date. So right now, this is what's showing up for your energy, for like who, or like what kind of a person are you attracting into your life, like romantically. And I do feel like you've done a lot of growth. You have definitely become aware of a lot of these patterns in your life. I think you definitely notice that like you don't like feeling this way, and you hate being confused about how someone feels about you. It doesn't make you feel good. You do feel very strong ties to these people that you meet, and they're not necessarily good for you, but you feel very strong, intense connection with this person or these types of people. And maybe you tend to associate that with like, oh, they're my soulmate, like I'm meant to be with this person. But you have to also see that like maybe this is just something that's really familiar for you, because perhaps this is like how your parents were, emotionally unavailable, and we replay our childhood through our romantic partnerships, right? And we try to have our romantic partners meet our needs that our parents never met because they were unconscious. So I just feel like, that strong, intense connection that you feel with people, that strong, even passionate sexual connection that you feel, might just be a strong, um, like something in within you that gets triggered, that reminds you of your childhood that was never like fulfilled, that you think you can fulfill through this relationship. So there's like a strong bond to this person. It's like you need them to help you heal your wound, because you think that if they can finally love you, then you can finally be healed, and this inner void that was never filled in childhood could finally be filled by this person that's subconsciously, all of this is subconscious, but this subconsciously, this person's like my mom or like my dad, is going to finally love me because I'm going to make them, because look, watch, I can change their mind, and they're going to finally love me, and then I'll be validated, I'll finally be good enough. And we don't realize this is a pattern that we're doing. So this is just mind blowing stuff, by the way. And like, I've just recently been like researching about all of this stuff, because I've been going into my own childhood wounds and like just, healing, like healing from heartbreak and all of that. And so this is just really, really important stuff to know, I think. And this is definitely coming up for you. So if you relate to that, if this resonates, I would definitely, dive deeper into that and like recognize these patterns to these to date these sort of toxic partners. And so yeah, I feel like you've been expanding your awareness around this and you're becoming um, more familiar, I guess, with your wounding. You might have fears of abandonment, all of that, and you might be attracting people who end up hurting you and breaking your heart. And I feel like you need to shift out of the cycle. So, what can improve one do to shift out of this pattern? Yeah, so 10 of Wands, the Tower, just end it. Just honestly, yes. And, grieve. So the Five of Cups at the bottom here, let it go. Honestly, let go of the pattern. Let go of this idea that these are the people that are going to make you happy. There's a lot of healing involved here. There's a lot of like, maybe pain that you're going to have to experience because this is not an easy process. You might be sad or just like mourning and grieving the end of this because um these are people that you think you don't want. Like, that's the thing, it's a pattern, okay? It's a subconscious pattern. It's a programming developed in childhood. So you're not necessarily consciously wanting this. You're not consciously like, yeah, I want a person that's gonna hurt me. That's not what you want, like consciously. But subconsciously, this wound that you have needs to be healed, right? So you have a wound around feeling abandoned, let's say, and you want this to be healed. And the reason that you keep attracting partners that are going to hurt you is so that you can become aware, right? Become aware of the patterns. You can wake up so you can heal it. So this is your soul. So like your soul is really attracting to these partners so that they can wake you up into realizing how you need to break this pattern, because awareness is the first step to healing, right? So if you're not aware of what's the problem, you can never heal the problem. So I feel like you're naturally attracted to these people so that you can finally wake up and see what's actually going on so that you can break the pattern. Okay. So I feel like that is a pattern, and it's like it needs to come to an end. So you need to just let go of that way of thinking, let go of that pattern, that programming, and stop trying to date these types of people, recognize the red flags, and really just focus on yourself, focus on self-development and rebuilding yourself, perfecting yourself, and just being really, really focused on yourself. So like if you see this pentacle, to me it reminds me of value, and it's like self value. So this man is just very intensely working on his own value, building his own worth, his own self-worth, and he's like, well, I already got this one, I already got this one, I already got this one, I'm working on this one, I got one more. So I feel like you might be really close to this. Like I don't feel like you're in the beginning stages of this process. I feel like you're very aware of this pattern. Okay. You're aware. You're not like caught off guard right now. I feel maybe you are, but I feel like you've been on this path. Like you've been like trying to get out of this, like attracting these types of relationships, because all you got left is one more pentacle to like, shine out and like make perfect. So I feel like you just have one more battle. Like this, it's over. Like it's basically over. And I feel like the universe is going to help you to bring an end to this cycle. Okay. It might be a crazy abrupt ending. It might hurt. It might, it's like an awakening almost. But it's gonna catapult you to really move on. And if this is an ex that you're still tied to, like a toxic ex, like a partner or somebody that you think is your soulmate or is a past life relationship, you have a really intense connection with this person and you really want them back, but they hurt you or they leave you out in the cold or confuse them what's going on, because they're not expressing your emotions or whatever. I feel like this is like going to like there's a shift that's going to happen that's going to allow you to release this person, and you need to release this person. You need to grieve this and let it go, and focus on yourself. Focus on building back your own self confidence and your own value. Perhaps even focusing on some sort of skill that you have, maybe a life purpose, a passion that you have, a hobby, work, something that gives you more meaning in life, where you can exercise your skills and be creative. I think that would be a really good way to channel all of this grief, and also just focus on your self development, right? Rebuilding yourself. But look at what's under the Five of Cups. We have the Ace of Cups. I do feel like this is going to open up the door, the opportunity for true love, true real love. But if this sort of love comes into your life and you haven't addressed this pattern that you have, you won't be able to accept it. That's what happens when you have this recurring pattern that all you deserve is these types of relationships, and that again, this is subconscious because this is sort of what you're used to from childhood. This is what, like, the parents that you had. Then when somebody comes in and tries to love you and show you genuine love, like, you really don't know what to do with it. You're like, I don't deserve that. Like, that's not even familiar. Oh, you're too nice. Or you're too this, you're too that. We have this idea of these types of people that they're not, bad boys or bad girls. Like, you're a nice guy, you're a nice girl. So it's really just recognizing that pattern too, that like the way that you view people who actually love you, and to be able, and it's rooted in the fact that you actually can't accept and receive that love because you don't have that love for yourself. So I feel like this is also about self-love too. But basically, it's just about letting this whole pattern go and just really becoming aware of it, starting to rebuild yourself, love yourself. And then when love does come into your life, it's really, you'll be ready to receive it. But you can't receive love if you're not in the right vibration. So that's kind of what's going on. So let me just see what kind of person, once proof one releases this burden and this pattern, what kind of a person would they be acting if once they let go and start to love themselves? So somebody with nice teeth. So this person has nice teeth, maybe a nice smile, a nice chest, and a nice ass. So if they are a guy, then they could have like a nice muscular chest area, built. If they're a girl, they could have nice breasts, perky, big, small, whatever's nice to you. Like, that's up for interpretation by the viewer. Whatever you consider nice is what it is. Nice ass. So either this person's gonna think that you have a nice ass or they have a nice ass. This person is slim or like more petite. So that's that. And so we have hazel eyes. Okay, so they can have hazel eyes. They could have long hair. Um and if some of these are you, like this is you, um then I feel like this person is going to really like that about you. Okay, so we have travel, gifted, nice hands, confidence, intelligent, and extroverted. So I feel like this person is well traveled. They like to travel, they like adventure. Maybe they're yeah, they're just they're extroverted, right? So they like to explore life and like get out there and meet new people. You guys might do a lot of traveling together. You might meet this person traveling. They are confident, so they believe in themselves. They have a high sense of self-esteem, and that's a really good sign, by the way, because once you do heal this wound, you stop attracting people who are wounded, right? You stop attracting emotionally unavailable people because you're no longer emotionally unavailable. That's really what it is. Like, we think that we're available, but really we're not available because we're scared of getting hurt. We're scared of getting rejected. So in some way, shape, or form, we have our guards up too. And that attracts other, people on the same wavelength who are also unavailable. So the fact that you're attracting a confident person, and somebody who's like intelligent, it just shows that this person is more mature, and they believe in themselves. They have a high sense of self-esteem, and usually a sign of these emotional people is low self-esteem. So the fact that you're attracting that means that you also have, a high self-esteem. And like I said, this person's intelligent, they're smart, they're quick-witted, they have a strong mind. You guys will probably have good conversations together. So this person knows what's up. And they are, did I already talk about this? They're more extroverted. So yeah, they're just more social and like outgoing and friendly and easy to talk to. They're fun to be around. I feel like this person's going to be a fun person to be with. So that is what I got for you, pile one. That was kind of like a heavier reading, and Yeah, I hope that was helpful or like it resonated in some way. If it did, please let me know in the comments below and like this video and subscribe to my channel. And I wish you all the best. I will see you soon. Bye. Hi, pile two. If you chose this yellow sparkle quartz, this is going to be your reading. So today we're doing a reading on what kind of a romantic partner, a man or a woman, whatever you're interested in, are you attracting into your life right now? So this is basically going to kind of tell us what energy and what vibration you're in, because I mentioned this in pile one, but I'm just going to do it in all the intros because it's important. Um, the we might think that we're attracting like or we want to attract a beautiful loving committed type secure stable type of partner, right? We think we want that, like that's what we want, but energetically what are we actually attracting? What are we actually drawn to, like subconsciously what's actually going on? And a lot of times we find ourselves in unhealthy relationships, people who ghost us or who reject us or who are unavailable, and we're like, what the hell, like this isn't what I'm manifesting. But that's where we have to look to the root and like, okay, well, what kind of energy am I in within myself that I'm still attracting these types of people? So I feel like this reading is going to shed light on like where your energy's at right now. Sort of like a check-in to see what vibration you're in and like where you're coming from, and how if the reading's not like the most positive, then we'll get some guidance on how you can get into the right energy. Um, so yeah, I really hope that it's helpful, and let's get started. So okay, so we have the Two of Swords. So I'm going to pull out all your cards before I start explaining all of this. So group two, what kind of a partner are they attracting into their kind of a romantic part of this group? And then your tarot cards. Oh, I also have these little like personality and physical appearance cards here too to get some more details on that. So we'll keep that at the end. Okay. It's just always funny because the first card that comes out, is like, oh shit, like Two of Swords, great. But then it's like when you see the whole picture, it's like, oh, okay, it's not that bad. So it's not that bad. Okay, so what kind of a person are you attracting into your life? Now, I feel like you've been working a lot on yourself, to be honest with you. I feel like you've been doing a lot of self-love work with like woman holding a heart here, whether you're guy or girl. I'm just getting a lot of self-love vibes from that. It's like you're sort of just really in your own energy and your own like Empress energy, kind of, where you know your worth, like you know what you deserve, and you know what so yeah, I feel like the energy's like really good. What I do see that like in the past you have had some trouble with relationships, like you've been the wounded warrior, you've dealt with a lot of fear, insecurity, maybe low self-esteem, maybe people who were super guarded and closed off, right, with the Two of Swords, like just not open, not in their heart space. Maybe they have wounded you, maybe these people have had a lot of issues, psychological issues or psychic issues because his head is wounded. So yeah, there's a lot of like childhood trauma too, perhaps. And it's like I feel like you're kind of in an energy where you're doubting that like anything good is going to happen. You're like, okay, well, I've been doing the work, I've been loving myself, I'm doing kind of like what's required, for healing. I've been healing, right? You've been healing, and I feel like it because things aren't really moving right now. things are kind of stuck. You're kind of like in this stuck energy and like, um, it's like you almost want to give up and you're doubting this whole thing, but I think that it's going to come in. Like it's something good is coming in here. So don't give up. And yeah, so what kind of a partner are you attracting? Because this isn't really about like who it is or when, but it's like what energy, what is this person, what is their energy like, right? What kind of a person is this? So the person that you're attracting is a very loving person. Okay, so this person is going to be very loving, nurturing, caring, open-hearted, and willing to share their love with you. So a person that like literally has an abundance of love for you. We have abundance. This like to me looks like abundance, and we have woman holding a heart. So with these cards, I feel like this I feel like you are in the right vibration to attract this sort of abundance in your love life. Because obviously we have abundance, but I also feel like this person's going to be very self-confident and they're going to have a high sense of self-esteem because like with abundance, the yellow is the third solar plexus chakra. And so this person's very, yeah, just like very sure of themselves, very confident in themselves. They don't hold back, and they're just very passionate, right, and very creative, and they like to express themselves. They might have a lot of abundance as far as like money, um, but I just feel like this person's going to be somebody who wants a relationship. So the type of person that you are attracting is somebody who wants love, who wants a relationship because we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So this is somebody that's going to want to ascend and keep growing with you, not somebody that's just here for the quick in and out type of thing. This person is going to want something serious. Okay. And yeah, this person does have high self esteem. This is a really good sign of this is what you're attracting because this means that you're in that energy as well because we attract kind of like what energy we're into and what we think we deserve. So if you're attracting a person with high self-esteem, who's abundant, who wants commitment, who's ready to love and with an open heart, that means that you're also in that space too, right? And you can accept that. So door to value. So I feel like this person is going to really value you and really, I mean, like make you feel good about yourself. Um, they're gonna see your worth and have respect for you and a deep appreciation for you. And also this person might be really abundant financially, so like they might have money and like be financially well off. And this person does express their feelings and their love. Okay, so this is not an emotionally unavailable person. Just like get that out of the way. Um, yeah, we have the Hermit here at the bottom, and like most of these cards are upright, and we have the Hermit reversed, at the bottom. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read it like that. I feel like this person's ready to not be alone anymore. I feel like they've done their discovery journey and they kind of have done the inner growth and built themselves up. Like I feel like this person has um this energy, this archetype. Okay, so this might not be a specific person. This is the energy that you're attracting, the type of energy in a person. So I feel like the type of people that you're attracting, or woman or man, or um is somebody who has perhaps maybe had some sort of an awakening, a spiritual awakening, some sort of past where maybe they did have a lot of wounds and issues that needed healing, right? Where they were maybe closed off. And it's like their heart opened through some sort of transformation or some sort of an awakening, or there's some sort of shift in their life where they found God, like they found, oneness of the universe. I don't know, but maybe before they used to be complacent and now they're just like really on this right path of the red, that's also root chakra, and that's a lot of our trust issues develop, our security, feelings of security like in childhood, stability and things like that. So maybe they did address a lot of those issues from their childhood, from the past, and they sort of have focused on healing that. And so now this person's more in an abundant space, and I feel like so yeah, this is a person who's been through it but who has had some sort of like a transformation. So and they're ready to just not be alone anymore. They're ready to come out of hermit mode and to get out into the world, and to they're ready, they're ready for more. Okay, so this is the type of person. So very loving, very creative, artistic, kind, nurturing, emotional, and also very fiery and very passionate, very communicative. Okay, so they like to express themselves maybe creatively, or just physically, like they're very physically affectionate or expressive in that way, like touchy feely, like, that's the kind of person. But this person goes after their dreams. They're very successful, I feel. They like to travel. They're very adventurous, and maybe like quick moving. So I feel like this person isn't gonna be like taking their time with like engagement. Not like you're gonna get engaged, but like I feel like this person is not gonna be like, okay, let's take it slow and let's take 5 years to, commit to each other. But this person, like, when they know what they want and they see what they want, because like it speaks to their heart, I feel like they are in tune with their heart. Um, they aren't afraid to take action. So this might be kind of like a person that likes to move quickly into things. Um, and this could be also a very spiritual person, very self-aware person, person who follows their intuition, who follows the guidance of their soul, of the universe, really in tune with that. They could be religious as well. I feel like they had like a second chance in life, like they had some sort of an awakening. So this is sort of like a higher level person. Maybe they do have like a shot, like a big life purpose. They're, they found their calling or what they're meant to do, and that's what they're focused on. So that is the person that's a type of person, I guess, like that you're attracting. Um, so that kind of goes to show that you're in the right vibration. You're doing things right because you're doing things for you. You're focusing on your own self-worth, you loving yourself, appreciating yourself, committing to yourself, feeling abundant and not feeling, being in that lack victim mentality. You have so much love to give as well. You are also very expressive and communicative. Maybe you yourself went through a transformation as well. And it's like that's why you're able to attract this type of love person. Um, okay, so group two, can you tell me more about this type of person, like what this personality is like, how they develop? Can you tell about them? So this person is strong. So that could be an inner strength, right? Like internally strong, just mentally strong, emotionally, they've been through some stuff, but also physically strong. So they're thick or curvy. So they could be, thick or curvy, or they could also be just like really like muscular. So they could have a lot of like curves on them. They could have like a big butt or something if it's like a girl, I guess guy too. They could have like nice muscular legs. Like they have shape to them, and they have make some meat on them too. They are fiery and passionate. Yeah, I was picking up on that there. Can you asking tell me about your shoes? But it's just too many. What kind of person is group to attract? What are they like? What kind of person is group to attract? Okay, so these are going to be physical traits. Let's arrange. So this person, blue eyes, came out, and beautiful eyes. So this person has beautiful blue eyes. Okay, um, so this person's generous, strong, fiery, and passionate. So they're a very given person. Like I'm telling you, they're very generous with their compliments. They're generous with their heart, with their time, with their like the energy that they invest into you, into the relationship. I feel like this person is just very giving, like a very compassionate and kind person. And I do feel like this person has gone through it. Like this person has been through some sort of a big transformation with judgment here. Where like it is like the second chance card. So it's like they got a second chance in life. Like maybe they used to be like super troubled or they had some sort of addiction or something like that, and then they found God. They found the truth. They found some sort of healing. Like they found some clarity, and they're like, oh, they have like this awakening moment where they're like, okay, I gotta get my shit together. I gotta heal. Something like that. This person is adventurous. So yeah, they do like travel. Um, blonde hair. I was gonna like, they probably have light hair because usually people with blue eyes, they usually have blonde hair. Not always, but it's a common thing. So this person has lighter hair, light eyes. So yeah, seems like a very, maybe, I don't know, they could be like European. Cute face, green eyes. Oh, okay. So they could have blue or green eyes. But I feel like lighter eyes, like hazel, could be hazel. We change colors. So they have an attractive face. So these are all physical qualities. Okay, what else? Group two. Tell me more about this person. Okay, so we have accessories. So this person likes to accessorize. So then maybe they wear a lot of jewelry or they have a lot of piercings like on their face, or they wear a lot of rings, bracelets, hats. Maybe they're really into hats or scarves or bags or shoes or something like that. They like to add more oomph to their look. They have nice legs. So like I was saying, with the thick and curvy, like they could have just like muscular legs, um, toned, long legs, or just nice shape, or just something. Okay, and then we also have full lips. So this person, like, okay, so two face, like, look at this. Like, they have a beautiful face. This person really is beautiful. It's just very attractive, handsome, like, a beautiful face. I feel like they have, um, yeah, so just like light hair, light eyes. They have full lips. They have, a cute face. So overall, they're proportionate. I don't know. And like cute and nice is up to, the viewer's discretion, like what you think cute and nice is. Internet. So this is somebody that so this person could be, okay, like obviously you could meet this person online. They could have, they could like recognize you online. So like maybe you have like a social media presence or something, and they could like find you online, or they could be like an influencer or something. Um, and that's how you like find out about them, or maybe just through some sort of like Instagram or social media, you guys start talking. Could be like Facebook, I don't know. Okay, let's get a few more group choose person. This person that they are attracting, or the type of person. What type of person are they attracting? Now, if this is not your type, like you like dark people, dark haired people, darker eyes, then that's fine. Good with their body. That's always nice. Um, but yeah, so like if you are not really attracted to, I think like just keep an open mind, like you don't get to choose like who you fall in love with. And if you're generally not attracted to lighter haired people because you like dark haired people, and then a light haired person that's treating you really well comes in, it's like obviously that's just a physical thing, and like you can get over that. And also if you want to attract a person with dark hair, dark eyes, or whatever, then just start manifesting that, to change the manifestation. Be like, hey, Rosalie, you got that wrong. I really, maybe I haven't talked about physical traits yet, but maybe I didn't mention, I forgot to mention it, but I was like somebody with darker hair. But you know what? Those are kind of just superficial things. Like if you love someone, if there's that person who just you genuinely love, like it doesn't matter how they look. Trust me. Like I have dated people who I was not at first physically attracted to, and once I fell in love with them, they became the most attractive person to me, and they weren't necessarily my type. So your type changes through the love that you have for the person. Okay, this person is stylish. This person definitely knows how to dress. Okay, like they is accessorized or stylish or beautiful. This is a good looking person. Like they're solid. Like they know what they're doing. This to me screams of like a successful person. They dress well. They walk into a room, everybody notices them. Like damn, So yeah. Physically very attractive person, and they also know how to take care of themselves, and they're good with their body. So like I feel like they know how to dress their body. They know what kind of clothes to wear to accentuate their body parts. And also they're good with their body, like they know how to use it. So um what I was thinking of when I wrote that is like, if you go hiking with a person, they know what they're doing. Like they're not like clumsy or like falling all over the place or stumbling over rocks, or they don't know how to climb, a mountain. It's like they're good with their hands, their body. They have good hand-to-eye body coordination, and they're like little ninjas. They jump from one rock to another rock to another rock, where maybe they're really good, like maybe they're really flexible, or they work out or something like that. Like they're really in tune with their body, and they know what they're doing. And also in the bedroom, like they're good with their body. They know how to use it. They know how to pleasure you well. I feel like they have experience in that department, and they're funny. Yay! We'll leave it at that. Um, we're back. So yeah, this person is funny. They're gonna make you laugh. You have a good time with them. Seems like a really good energy that you're attracting. So that is great for you. I'm happy for you. I feel like you're in the right energy. And yeah, I hope that reading resonated and it was helpful. If it was, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I am sending you so much love. I will talk to you soon. Bye. Hi, pile 3. So if you chose the green sparkle quartz, this is going to be your reading. So today we're doing a reading on what kind of a man or woman or like romantic partner are you attracting into your life right now. So this is basically going to kind of tell us where your vibration is at. So, we usually attract people into our life who we are ready for and who aligns with our own vibration and our own energy. And sometimes we think that we are, attracting and manifesting a strong, solid, loving, competent partner, but really subconsciously we're still stuck in some sort of wounded energy where we are attracting toxic partners. And so I think this will give us a good idea of where you're at as far as your energy and what type and kind of person that you're. So it's not necessarily a specific person. This is like the overall vibe and energy of the type of person that you're attracting, which is beautiful if it's, a higher vibrational person, because that shows us that you are also in that vibration. So yeah, let's get into it. So we have the High Priestess. And I hear, I would have what all the cards, but I do hear a lot of times in the comments, like, I always pick pile 3, I always pick pile 3. And I feel like a lot of, like more spiritual people have to pick pile 3, or I guess the messages are always just more deeper and spiritual. And it's just funny how the High Priestess came out. But yeah, so aisle 3, what kind of a partner, what type and kind of a man or woman are they attracting into their life right now? And then let me get out your oracle cards. What kind of men? I'm getting good vibes here. And then in the island, wait, hold on. Okay. So at the end, we're also going to pull some of these cards, and these are like physical person or physical traits that they might have, like how they look, and like this person, this archetype, this energy, and like personality traits as well. Okay, so what kind of a person, what type of a partner are you attracting into your life? So we have imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. We have number 37, third chakra, Archangel Chemuel. We have acceptance, root chakra. And then we have free yourself. It's time to take back control over your life. And then with the High Priestess, the Hanged Man, the Five of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the King of Cups. So I feel like you are attracting, well, first of all, I just want to say that I think that you are in, okay, let me just clarify one thing here. Why is free yourself here? Why is free yourself here? Okay. Um, cool. And then why is Five of Wands here? Okay, so I'm kind of feeling like you have definitely been going through some sort of a growth process where you have been getting more and more in tune with your own self-worth and like self-esteem and building that back up. Um or just up, period. Because we do have like this third chakra here. So I feel like this is like the energy, so you've been maybe just like working on your third chakra, which is right above your sacral, right below your heart. So this is the chakra that represents just like trusting yourself, right? Like acting on your gut instinct. So trusting your intuition a lot more, and just like believing in yourself, believing that you can, just having knowing your worth basically. And I feel like you have definitely been in this visualization energy where you're trying to manifest your ideal partner, and you're trying to also get into the right energy as well. I feel like you've done a lot of work on accepting yourself, accepting, some of your like weaknesses or flaws or like issues or whatever that you might have. You just have a lot of acceptance around yourself for being the imperfect perfection that you are, you know and just really started like to embrace yourself. And I do feel like you're freed yourself from some sort of big pattern, cycle, or limitation or belief system that you had. Now, that was clarified by the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Magician. So maybe you freed yourself from a toxic relationship in the past, or somebody that betrayed you or was manipulative or was emotionally unavailable, wasn't 100% honest with you, like sneaking around, cheating, abusive, anything like that. Maybe you were in some sort of a relationship like that where that was the case, and I feel like you freed yourself from that. And you started to work on yourself. You started to focus on your life, on yourself, on your own worth, on self development. And you started to dream. You're like, I am. I am leaving, like I am leaving this toxic relationship. Or maybe if it wasn't a relationship, it could have been like a job where you're not being seen and recognized for what you have to offer, right? Like you know that you have this great skill and like maybe they just weren't recognizing you for it, or with maybe a family member that was just treating you poorly. Or maybe it was you were your own biggest enemy and you're some sort of self-destructive thoughts, and beliefs about yourself that are eating away at you, or wounds. And so anyway, you sort of freed yourself from that. You broke away and you went into your Two of Wands energy where you're like, okay, well, how do I want to move forward in my life? And you started to dream. You started to dream really big and to envision your life, your future, what makes you happy, what it is that you want, how it is that you can get there, right? You made a plan and then you started manifesting it. So this is so funny because like the question is literally, what kind of a person are you attracting? And this is literally saying, yeah, you are definitely attracting this person. Like this is actively happening. Like if you're not seeing any result, don't worry, because like the universe is saying like there are things happening, like your energy is attracting, this ideal partner that you want in your life. you know so just keep doing what you're doing, keep visualizing, keep imagining this ideal life that you want for the future, and this ideal partner. So that's beautiful. Like I see that transformation. I see that been doing a lot of work on yourself. And the funny thing is that when you do this work on yourself, it is almost a natural, like you naturally just come to the conclusion that this is also the type of person you're attracting, because that's just how it works. Like the energy that you're in is sort of the energy that you also attract, right? So seeing that all this stuff that you've been going through shows me that, yeah, you're definitely going to be attracting a person who is very confident in themselves and believes in themselves and has higher self-esteem, somebody who is strong and accepting of you, right? And so yeah, so let's get here. Um, so yeah, so we do have the High Priestess and the Hanged Man. So this is definitely very pulled back energy, and I feel like when it comes to manifesting this person, that you're attracting, it is taking time, and there is sort of a waiting period, but this waiting period isn't. I don't think it's hard for you necessarily because I feel like you're surrendered. I feel like you guys, pile three, are very higher level, like spiritual people with the high priestess coming out off the bat. Either you are like this, the person you're attracting is like this, which if you're attracting that kind of person, you also got to be in that energy too, right? Like you can like yeah, it just that's just how it works. So where at least you'd be ready for it. Like if you are tracking this person and you're not there, it's like your soul is ready, like subconsciously, like you're ready for this higher level. But also, I feel like this is like a psychic sort of connection. So the type of person that you're attracting is somebody very intuitive, spiritual, maybe psychic. They could be a healer. They have a very calm, spiritual, loving, healing vibe to them. Um, and I feel like they see the world in a different way. They have a bigger perspective on life, and they're chill. Like I feel like they're just like easygoing, very like go with the flow type of person. They don't resist, they don't force. I mean, we do have this here and we'll talk about that in a second. But I just feel like this whole situation, this is talking about there is resistance here, and I think it could be on your part in manifesting this person, because the person that you're manifesting is the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups. Okay, so this person has so much love to give, and this person is very so they could be a water sign, like I mean Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer is coming to real strong like this whole thing. But I feel like this person is going to be a type of person that wants some sort of a long term commitment, and they're not here to play around. They're serious about this. They have deep feelings and emotions, and they are going to want to offer you their cup of love. I mean, that's what it comes down to. So that's beautiful. But there is some sort of a conflict with getting there, and I feel like it could be something still within you that could be holding you back. Um, it's like you're not addressing, I feel like something that you're not addressing within your heart space, some sort of pain in your heart, you're not addressing, and you're going around and round and round in circles about it, sort of unable to make a decision about it, and it's causing you a lot of conflict in your life, like in your within yourself. So what tell me more about that. I feel like you just have to open your heart more. There's a little bit more heart healing that you have to do, because like you are getting a second chance at love. If you have been hurt in the past and betrayed or cheated on or manipulated or abandoned, I don't know, something like that. I feel like okay, yeah, like we definitely so we have your love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So definitely continue to focus on loving yourself like completely, and and just basically like what you would want this partner to give to you, give to yourself. Okay, so if you want this partner to see you for who you are, what type of person that you want to attract, if you want them to see you for who you are and see your worth and all of that, then you have to also see your own worth, right? You have to love yourself. But I feel like you got that. Like I feel like you're on that journey, and you know your worth, like you're discovering your worth, and you're elevating yourself. So I do see that you're definitely like on, like you're getting out of the comfort zone. Like maybe you need to get a little bit more out of the comfort zone a little bit. We have courage in the garden at the gate, and like she's kind of in her abundant little space, but it's like, should I leave? Should I leave? Like I don't know what's out there. So maybe Something is holding you back from 100% committing to being ready for this sort of high vibe, high vibrational, strong spiritual soulmate connection. Because I feel like what you're attracting is a soulmate. Okay, I feel like that's what you're attracting. But there's a little bit of conflict in your manifestation process because of some sort of wound or pain that you're still holding onto, that you're unable to forgive, because the Page of Cups, it is about like an apology. It's about forgiveness. Okay, so whatever that is for you, you'll know that. But if this is a past person, an ex, or if this is a parent or a sibling or somebody that screwed you up or like hurt you or whatever, I feel like by forgiving them, you don't necessarily need to tell them that you're forgiving them, but you forgive them in your own heart. Um, and you don't avoid these emotions, but you go into them. I feel like that's going to, because right now there's chaos energy, and these rods need to be lined up, like in the Six of Wands, which is all straight, right? These are all over the place. So you need to sort of fix that energy a little bit. Um, Yeah, there's something with your heart. So like open your heart more, be more vulnerable, be free to be more vulnerable, free yourself from whatever this was. So this could be something to do with this for yourself energy, something in your past that like you came from that's still keeping you a little bit closed off and wounded and maybe afraid to open up, you know? But it's saying to get rid of that energy that's blocking this manifestation is to open your heart and be open to love. Be open to love. Keep an open heart, be open to love, and it's okay to be vulnerable. You know, um, don't let pride get in the way, and don't blame others either for your problems. Like take responsibility for them. That you're responsible for your own healing, right? No one else can do that for you. And if you wait for them to heal you, you're gonna be waiting forever, maybe. Um, Guilt, something to do with guilt. So maybe you feel guilty about something that you did. Maybe you need to apologize to someone. Not sure how that, like what exactly is happening there, but that would be like the only block. But basically, like who are you attracting into your life is definitely a type of person who is ready for commitment, who is more higher level spiritual, um, and somebody who's ready, like who's ready for this, you know. So it's like a really positive connection. Let's get some details on who this person is. So overall, I feel like your energy is in the right place. You're doing the work, you're working on yourself. There's still some heart chakra energy you need to figure out. So maybe you've been working on your solar plexus, and that's amazing because you're moving up the ladder, you know, like you worked out your root chakra. So you have like stability and just overall like your basic needs are met. And then your sacral chakra, so you're in touch with your sexuality, you know, you're going after what you want, you're, you know, passionate, all of that. And like you're in tune with your creativity, and then you're moving up to your solar plexus, so now you're actually like taking action on those desires and on all of that creativity that you have, and you're feeling confident in doing so, and you trust yourself and you love yourself, you accept yourself and all of that. And now you need to move maybe up one more to your heart, because this guy does have the heart chakra um uh lit up. So it's kind of, well, I know he also has like a light around the crown chakra, but yeah, so like from here, it's like moving up here and like healing your heart, healing that heart chakra. And like there's, you know, heart chakra healing meditations and all sorts of things on the internet, on YouTube, how you can do that. But there's definitely some sort of heart blockage that could be preventing this new love from coming in. And I feel like that is the delay a little bit. Because, you know, this is very pulled back energy, and this is about waiting time, not knowing, mystery, like just kind of like a slower moving energy. We're actually still, it's stillness. There's no movement. And so maybe the no movement is causing you some conflict. And if you are in conflict because there's no movement, that is actually resistance to the path, and you need to go back to surrendering. So I feel like your best thing is to surrender, right? And to trust that things are going to happen. Because the moment that you get into this competitive energy where you're trying to be in control of what's going on, that's when these blocks start to come up. And maybe it does trigger some sort of wounding. Like maybe I'll never find this perfect person. Maybe I'll never find my soulmate. Maybe I'm not good enough. Yeah, because I was hurt in the past and I wasn't good enough for that. Maybe no one will ever love me truly. So I feel like addressing some of those fears that you have around that and letting them go, freeing yourself from those fears, and staying in your high vibration of a high priestess, and so surrendering, and then you open the world. You open your world up to all of this beauty. The Ace of Cups and the King of Cups. Very healing energy. This person could be a healer or just really let's get more. So, who is this person? So, group 3, what type of person are they attracting? So, I'm going to take the top when I see tattoos. So, this person might have tattoos. What kind of person? Okay, so this person has green eyes, could have green eyes. They have a sexy smile. They could have nice teeth too, or nice lips to go along with that sexy smile. Dark hair. Well, he seems like the perfect person in my eyes. Okay, what else? Full lips, there you go. Just saying. So this person has a really sexy face. They have nice lips, nice smile, tattoos, dark hair, green eyes. Green eyes, that's exotic. Usually these dark hair guys or girls, I guess, have like dark eyes, but spiritual, there you go. Told you. This person's spiritual. And very humble. Oh, this is such a good energy. This person might have had some sort of fears that they had in the past that they overcame as well, that made them humble. You have sexual. This one turned over loving and caring. So this person is a very sexual person. I feel like they are very in tune with their sexuality. They're very comfortable with their sexuality, and like very good with their body, very confident, very experienced in that department. Very passionate, but they're also very loving and caring, knowing like that's so obvious here. Spiritual. I mean, this is a high vibe connection that you're manifesting. That's what's going on with you, pile 3. So you're doing something right for sure. This person is slim or petite. Okay. What else? We're getting a lot of physical traits. This person's stylish, so they know how to dress. Or yeah, they like fashion. They're fashionable. They're not just like, oh, I don't care, I'll put on whatever. They're like, no, I gotta look good. This person's sexy, okay? That's what like this person is sexy. And not only are they sexy, but they are like they have the personality to go along with it. They're not just physically sexy, but they're also like their vibe is sexy. Like they're so wise. They're so conscious. They're so aware, self-aware, aware of you, probably very observant too. And just very intuitive, very in tune with their emotions. But yeah, I'm not necessarily getting like if this is a guy that you're looking for, I'm not getting that they're feminine. I'm getting that they're very masculine. Okay, who is this person? Yeah, there's a masculine energy. So this person's adventurous and they like to probably do spontaneous things. They like to just, be like, okay, let's go and do this. Let's go hike a mountain. Let's go travel here. Let's take a road trip. Let's do something fun together. So this person is like sort of has that leader vibe, but you have in charge. So maybe they do like to take charge of like the activities that you guys do. They have a lot of good ideas for like how you guys can spend your day. So it's gonna be fun and exciting. It's not gonna be boring. Quickly, let's watch a movie. But this person's gonna want to do do exciting things. And this person, because this person's experienced, okay, so I feel like this person's well traveled, or they're not the type of person that's going to be cooped up in the house in hermit mode, not living their life. This person's very all about like living life to the fullest, I feel. So they have tried new things, they've traveled, like, they're about like meeting new people and this and that. And so they come through with very with a lot of experience, and that will be like, I think, fun for you. And I feel like they will sort of give you some sort of new perspective on life, because they have gone through so much, they've experienced so much, that they're going to open your world up a little bit to like, whoa, I didn't know this was possible. And also, I'm just seeing I put Tyrians right up above sexual. So I feel like this person's very sexually experienced. So in the bedroom, they definitely know what they're doing, and they know all the right ways to touch you and, do things to you. Kiss. They're probably really good kissers. This person is definitely a good kisser. Yes. But yeah, they're like perfect. Yeah, and then we have transformation at the bottom. I mean, this is my perfect, like it doesn't have to be your perfect. Um, but I'm loving this energy. And then we have, yeah, transformation. So this person's definitely been through something, some sort of a transformation. And we have the hermit under that. So judgment, a hermit. This person has learned a lot about themselves. They're very self-reflective, introspective. And they're not afraid to go there. They're not afraid to go to the deep depths of themselves. Um, they're not about to like run away or hide from who they are. So this is beautiful. This is what you're attracting, pile three. So good job. Keep doing what you're doing. Address this heart block or emotional, blockage or whatever that you have, and everything's gonna be good. So I hope that this reading resonated with you, and I wish you all the best. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm sending you so much love. I will talk to you soon. Bye.